Hey, good morning, guys. Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins here. I'm going to log in on Facebook as well, too, but we're tracking a couple of waves out there today, one that's near Florida, and then another that is actually right out in the central Atlantic, so it's a ways out there. So let me wait. I had an audio issue on the first one. Okay, guys, we're back up. I tell you, I appreciate everybody kind of hanging in there with me. I had the audio problem. I just didn't have the audio turned on. That was completely my bad. So I wanted to start over and get you updated with what's going on here. And so I'll give you guys a couple minutes to hop back on. So bottom line is, can you hear me now? I got the microphone turned back on. We're watching two waves out there, of course, as we've been telling you about over the last couple of days. Thanks, Tom. Yeah, so you can hear me now, I guess. I understand. Um, but 95L, remember that was the one that was down here in the northeastern Caribbean and is now, look, I mean, 95L is sitting down here now. It's actually here in the Florida Straits and the Bahamas. So actually some decent rainfall coming through. This is the time where we would watch this one to see if it wants to develop. I don't think it happens. I think it's running out of land. There's just too much land nearby. It's running out of space, I should say. It's running out of space and it's going to run into land. So does it start rotating in here? It could be. The water's warm and the upper levels are a little bit more conducive. Big upper level low to the west of it. High building over top of it. But I think it's run out of land. It's run out of water. So essentially what this will do is bring some heavier rainfall. Second wave, 96L. That's here. These are the forecast models. A stronger system tends to go further north. Look at this. This is the 8. That has it as a cap. Obviously, that one's the one. Let me get back out. We'll show you that coming. But when it gets up east of, West Palm and up towards the Carolinas, off of the Carolinas, if you're watching from there, it may try and develop. It's a very small chance. It's getting picked up and pushed out to the east, northeast by a front. So I don't think it's a big deal. I think it's a rainmaker for the Bahamas and South Florida, Central and South Florida. This one's obviously the one we want to watch. 20% chance that it develops now the next couple days. That means we could get a depression today or tomorrow. It's only a 20% chance, but a 70% chance that by the end of the weekend, really, that we start looking at some possible development. Could even get a depression over the weekend, but I think Sunday, Monday time frame would be better than anything else. So that's from the Hurricane Center. Now, the models have just lost it. The last couple of days, the models were actually doing pretty good. Well, at least consistency. Let's put it this way. I don't really trust the solution. I'm looking at the solutions going, okay, they're thinking the same thing every model run, but it's a week and a half out, guys. So these aren't forecasts. These are just model runs. But look what the GFS has done. So the last couple days, it's been pretty good about bringing something up in here and then eventually kind of recurving it and taking it out like that. Last night it started getting closer. It's been sitting out here, but it's been doing the same thing. What you're looking at now is the latest run, and there is nothing there. So it has completely lost it. It's likely sitting down here in this model. So it never developed. It went further west, as I mentioned, instead of developing and coming further to the north. So that's that. This is the old run. That's the latest run from last night. And in fact, it had a stronger system. There's Florida right here. Let me clear this out for you real fast. Here's Florida. All right. And there's the center of the system right there. So it actually brought it further to the west than what the model has been doing over the last several days. So interesting. Still, I wouldn't even worry too much about that, and here's the latest run, nothing. So there you go. There's the model run for you this morning, and that's going to happen. We're going to see this change. We don't have a storm out there yet. We just have a tropical wave. It's not like there's a fixed center and it's developed and it's doing anything. So it's not really all that much to track. So let's go over the European model right now. And there's our blob, all the water, the rain sitting there over the Florida Straits and parts of the Bahamas. That's this afternoon. It's tonight at sunset. See, the rain gets heavier, especially south of I-4. That includes the Tampa area. It's going to enhance our rain today, I think. And then as we get into tomorrow, certainly, I mean, we'll start dry for the most part. But then when we heat up, we'll see afternoon showers. And it'll just be more widespread because there's just more moisture to work with and more clouds. So it'll be a little bit cooler, too. Then as we get into Saturday afternoon, same thing. But notice by Saturday afternoon, we're starting to get a lot of the moisture offshore. And so I think we we're going to see afternoon showers and storms, but even Sunday, look where all the moisture is. That's Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon. I still think, most of the moisture's out here now. So, yeah, we'll get our afternoon showers and storms. But bottom line is tomorrow, Friday, looks to be the rainiest. A little less on Saturday. We'll go out. Let's go out to where we watch up and takes them out, if that is the case. So, guys, that's next. That's a week from today. So, way far out, too far out to tell. Here are the forecast models. One good thing about the Hurricane Center designated as 96L yesterday. So now they're running the models on it, and we've got that updated on our website at WTSP.com. And you can see some of the models are down here. Some of them are actually trying to recurve it early. That's Canadian. We're taking it way out early. Something like that would have it developing earlier in the life cycle. This is multiple versions of the GFS. It's got a recurve as well, too, and not a whole lot of development. And then here we go with the intensity model. And this one, a lot of them do at least get it to the tropical storm strength, and that would be Chantal, Chantal. So not a big deal if that were the case, obviously, but you can see some taking up Cat 2, Cat 3. But this is just, I don't want to say unreliable, but this is just kind of guidance looking ahead. This is definitely going to change, and we just have to kind of watch it. Here's the rainfall that I started out with showing you here. Here's I-4 corridor, of course, and you can see most of the rain is going to be from there southward. That's here in South Florida. That's going to get most of it. So that's just the rainfall in the next several days. That's what we're thinking about with the first wave, the remnants of 95L, if you will. So let's get back over to the satellite radar, and I'll look at some questions real fast. Rick, what's up, man? Looking at some outdoor fun in Bushnell Sunday morning. Any hope we will miss rain? Sunday morning is the best chance. I think Sunday might not be that bad. I think you'll be okay. Sunday for the weekend is the driest day of all, so that's good. Hudson's here. What's up, Marlene? How are you? Good morning, Kelly. How are you? Rodney, what's up, man? I saw you text me. It went away, but I'll check the text here in just a minute, buddy. Again, to hook you up. A lot of fronts this year going further south. Very weird. Tom, you're absolutely right. And what Tom's talking about are fronts that are sitting up here across the southeast. So see that circle over, you know what? Let me just take you back here. I can pull it up. I'm going to pull the surface set up right now so that you can see what we're talking about. So see this frontal boundary that's coming down right here? I'll draw, sorry, right in here. They've been coming down, and they've been getting down into here almost. In fact, we had one that came down here the other day. Now, the cold, dry air, or cooler, dry air didn't get here. But what he's talking about is these fronts coming down here. These are our friend if they get far enough, or just right. Because what they do is any storm coming in this direction is going to turn and come out. Or the problem is it could turn and come out like that. That is worst case scenario. That's what we don't want. And then it does get into the case where if you end up with a front that's sitting down here, like we were watching last week, you watch for development here, and then it comes out at us. That's not a good case either. So it's kind of it's a little bit of a double-edged sword, but the models are seen for 96L, and really for the one we're dealing with now. They're seeing something in here, and so they're trying to get it to recurve because of that. So that's what Tom's kind of referring to. Good morning, Jenny. How are you? Let's see. Ridge Manor. Good morning, Ann. How are you? Yeah, everybody's happy. You can finally hear me. Sorry about that, guys. I was trying to make it a quick video, so I wasn't looking at questions right away, and people were saying, we can't hear you, and I missed it. But anyways, guys, that's it right now. Again, just want to get you updated. I'll probably do this again tomorrow. Nothing to panic about. Only issue right now is the rain. And this stuff out here, 96L, we've got a lot of time to watch it. You're going to see a lot of spaghetti plots. You're going to see that intensity forecast look crazy. It just doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, right now, we'll just keep tracking it and watching it the whole time. All right? Since fronts are already making it further south than usual, does this mean a possibility of a colder winter ahead? No, not necessarily, Frankie. The patterns can flip-flop and change. Usually, I've noticed, it seems to me that a lot of times, like I would call it macro pattern, if you will. It's a smaller time frame. But like every 2 weeks, we tend to end up into the same thing. And so, remember we had all the rain last week. And this week we haven't. We've had a little bit of a break. But if you notice, let me come back out here. Let's do, notice, look at the southeast. You see that rain that's there? We almost have another front. That's this Saturday. Let me get you to, we almost have, you see all this rain here? All of this in here is basically what we were dealing with last week. We had a frontal boundary sitting up here. It got a little bit further to the south, and it squashed all this moisture south and brought it over top of us. It's looking like something similar trying to happen next week, but I don't think that's exactly. See, now there's another one as we get into the end of next week, and that's actually more of a frontal boundary sitting there. So that pattern, I think, is going to come back, and that's why I always say kind of a macro pattern. It just kind of tends to repeat a little bit. Oh, you're missing it. I wasn't showing you that. Here we go. This area right in here. So what you're watching for is this area right in here, because fronts get down here, and they squash all this moisture and put moisture over top of us. And so I put this into motion. This is Monday, Tuesday. See, there's more moisture coming in. Wednesday. So that pattern will keep us a little bit on the soggy side, I think. We'll be driving from New England back home to Florida next week. Thank you for your updates. Oh, no problem, Karen. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Karen, when you get closer to the trip, you can hook me up. I'll let you know what it looks like down here. Okay, guys, that's it. I'm going to get off here. Thanks for tuning in today. Don't forget to like my page and share it. Plus Instagram, Bobby D. Weather. I'm on there. And Twitter, Bobby WTSP. Bobby WTSP is my Twitter handle. But don't worry about this at this point, guys. You know, I mean, we'll watch it. We got plenty of time to watch it. It's August 1st, and what you should know is that you should have your hurricane kit and your preps ready to go. This time of year, after August 1st, we tend to see about 87% of our storms. The season starts June 1st, but most of them happen after August 1st. And in fact, I think the Cat 3 or higher major hurricanes is something like 90 to 95% of those occur after August 1st. The water's warm, much more of the area is warm water, and so we're just getting into the meat of the season. So that's it. Hope you have a great day. I'll be in at work later this afternoon. I will see you there, and watch out for some afternoon showers and storms. I think we're going to see a couple good ones again as we get going into the afternoon today. All right, guys. Thanks for talking. Have a good one.